Speaking of another story that is making quite the buzz on social media, there's a serious conversation unfolding right now. And it's not happening in Abuja, Kano, or Lagos. It's happening in Washington. But make no mistake, it concerns Nigerians directly. A bill has introduced in the United States Congress, and it recommends visa bans and asset freezes against certain Nigerian individuals and groups over alleged religious freedom violations. And as you can imagine, the reactions back home have been strong, emotional, and deeply political. A proposed U.S. legislation titled the Nigeria Religious Freedom and Accountability Act was introduced by Congressman Chris Smith alongside other lawmakers, including Riley Moore, Brian Mast, and Bill Huizenga. But what does this bill seek to do? It recommends targeted sanctions, that is, visa bans and asset freezes, under the Global Magnitsky Human Rights Accountability Act against individuals and entities accused of involvement in religious freedom abuses in Nigeria. And among those reportedly named are former Kano State Governor and Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria, and Miyetti Allah Cattle Ho. The bill goes further as it calls for the U.S. Secretary of State to determine whether certain Fulani ethnic militias should be designated as foreign terrorist organizations. It also proposes humanitarian assistance for affected communities in Nigeria's Middle Belt. In fact, the language used by the U.S. lawmakers is quite strong. The site reports claiming Nigeria accounts for 82% of Christians martyred globally, and they reference the figures suggesting tens of thousands of Christians have been killed between 2009 and 2025, alongside thousands of attacks on churches and Christian-owned properties. Now, for context, the lawmaker, citing multiple sources, including the Open Doors 2024 World Watch List, stated that between 50,000 and 125,000 Christians were martyred between 2009 and 2025, with more than 19,000 Christians, churches, and Christian-owned facilities attacked or destroyed in that period. That, guys, is the foundation of the bill. Now, back home, the All Progressive Congress have rejected the proposed sanctions. The party's director of publicity, Bala Ibrahim, stated that allegations alone should not be enough to restrict someone's movement or freeze their assets. He stressed due process and fair hearing, reminding the United States of the democratic principles it represents. On the other side, the new Nigerian People's Party, NNPP, Kwankwaso's party, described the move as blackmail. Now, at a press conference in Abuja, the NNPP questioned why Kwankwaso was singled out. They pointed out that Kano State implemented Sharia law under his leadership, yes, but so did several other northern states. So why him? Why now? They asked whether the approach is selective, whether it is politically motivated, whether there is more to this than meets the eye. This came, of course, after U.S. lawmaker Riley Moore publicly questioned Kwankwaso's role in instituting Sharia law and signing blasphemy provisions, asking whether he would comment on alleged complicity in the deaths of Christians. The NNPP insists its leader has no link to religious extremism and sees the move as an unfair targeting of an opposition figure. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is where the conversation becomes bigger than one man or one party. The issue of religious violence and insecurity in Nigeria is not one anyone can simply dismiss. It is a painful and ongoing reality in many communities. So this is not a light conversation. It is a serious one. Should foreign governments impose sanctions based on alleged human rights violations in Nigeria? Do you see this as a necessary international accountability or an intrusion into Nigeria's internal affairs? Is this about protecting religious freedom, or is there a political undertone? Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Let's have a mature, informed discussion about what this means for Nigeria and where we stand as a country in the global space.